Welcome back to the Fluent Storybook. Today we're opening a chapter that comes from Japan, a timeless secret that has helped people live not only longer lives, but more beautiful and meaningful ones. It's called Ikigai. Think of it as your reason for being, the spark that gives you energy, joy, and purpose every single morning. And by the end of this journey, you won't just understand what Ikigai is. You'll discover how to find your own. You'll learn why some people wake up excited at 90 years old while others feel lost at 30. And you'll understand the simple daily practices that can add decades to your life and infinite meaning to your days. This video will be long, yes. But I promise you, every minute matters. Because what we're exploring today isn't just information, it's transformation, so settle in. Open your heart. And let's begin. Part 1. The island where people forget to die. Our story begins in a place that seems almost mythical. A small village called Ogimi, located on the island of Okinawa in southern Japan. Ogimi has been called the village of longevity, and for good reason. Here, people don't just live long. They live extraordinarily well. Men and women in their 90s tend gardens every morning. Centenarians gather for tea and conversation. A 102-year-old woman still teaches traditional dance. A 97-year-old fisherman still goes out to sea. These aren't rare exceptions. This is normal life in Ogimi. Scientists and researchers from around the world have traveled to this village asking the same question. What is their secret? The answer surprised everyone. It wasn't a special diet alone. It wasn't genetics alone. It wasn't medicine or technology. It was something deeper, something invisible yet undeniable. It was Ikigai. When researchers asked the elders of Ogimi, "What keeps you going? What gets you out of bed every morning?" The answers were simple yet profound. One woman said, "My great-grandchildren." An old man said, "Teaching young people how to fish the old way." Another said, "Tending my garden and watching my vegetables grow." A musician said, "Playing my sanshin and singing the songs my father taught me." These weren't grand ambitions. They weren't about money or fame or achievement. They were about something much more essential, having a reason to live, and that reason, that personal sense of purpose, is what the Japanese call Ikigai. But what exactly is Ikigai? And how can we, living in our busy modern lives, find our own? That's what we'll explore next. Part 2. What is Ikigai? The word Ikigai comes from two Japanese words, Iki meaning life, Gai meaning value or worth together. Ikigai means that which gives your life worth, or simply your reason for being. It's the thing that makes you excited to wake up in the morning. The thing that fills your heart with quiet joy. The thing that makes you feel, yes, this is what I'm meant to do. Now here's something important. Ikigai is not about what society tells you to value. It's not about external success or validation. It's not about becoming famous or rich or powerful. Ikigai is deeply personal. It's the intersection of what matters to you and what brings you alive. Let me share a story that illustrates this beautifully. The story of Jiro in Tokyo. There's a small sushi restaurant tucked away in a subway station. It has only 10 seats. The decor is simple. There's no menu. And yet, people wait months for a reservation. The chef's name is Jiro Ono. He's been making sushi for over 75 years. Today, he's over 90 years old, and he still works every single day. When asked why he doesn't retire, Jiro says something remarkable. I don't work because I have to. I work because this is who I am. Every morning I wake up thinking about sushi. How can I make the rice better? How can I improve the flavor? How can I honor the fish? For Jiro, making sushi isn't just a job. It's his Ikigai, his reason for living. He doesn't make sushi to become famous. He became famous because he found his Ikigai and pursued it with absolute devotion. This is the power of Ikigai. When you find it, work doesn't feel like work. Life doesn't feel like a burden. Each day becomes a gift. But here's the beautiful part. You don't have to be a master chef or an artist or someone special to have Ikigai. Your Ikigai could be raising your children with love. It could be baking bread for your neighbors. It could be teaching students. It could be creating beautiful spaces. It could be listening to people who need to be heard. Ikigai isn't about greatness. It's about authenticity, and there's a powerful framework that helps you discover it. Part 3. The 4 Circles of Ikigai. The Western world has created a beautiful visual representation of Ikigai. It's sometimes called the Ikigai Venn diagram, and it shows 4 overlapping circles. Your Ikigai lives at the center, where all 4 circles meet. Let me walk you through each circle carefully. Circle 1. What you love. This is your passion. These are the things that light you up inside. The activities that make time disappear. The moments when you feel most alive. Ask yourself, what did I love doing as a child before the world told me what I should do? What do I do that makes me lose track of time? What activities fill me with energy instead of draining me? If money were no object, what would I spend my days doing? Maybe you love cooking. Maybe you love writing. Maybe you love working with your hands, building things, fixing things. Maybe you love being in nature. Maybe you love solving complex problems. Maybe you love making people laugh. This is your starting point. What you love is the fuel for your Ikigai, but passion alone isn't enough. Circle 2. What you're good at. This is your skill, your natural talent. The thing you do well, even when you're not trying too hard. We all have gifts. Sometimes we don't recognize them because they come so naturally to us. We think anyone can do this, but they can't. Ask yourself, what do people frequently thank me for? What do others often ask for my help with? What skills have I developed over time that feel second nature now? What comes easily to me that others find difficult? Maybe you're a great listener. Maybe you're incredibly organized. Maybe you have a gift for explaining complex ideas simply. Maybe you're talented with technology. Maybe you're naturally empathetic. Maybe you're good at seeing patterns others miss. These skills matter. They're part of your Ikigai, but even skill and passion together aren't enough. Circle 3. What the world needs. This is your mission. This is about looking beyond yourself and asking, how can I serve? How can I contribute? How can I make things better? Ikigai isn't selfish. It's purpose-driven, and purpose always involves others. Ask yourself, what problems do I see around me that I care about? Who needs help that I could provide? What would make my community, my family, my world a little bit better? What breaks my heart or makes me angry in a way that motivates action? Maybe your community needs more kindness. Maybe children need better education. Maybe elderly people need companionship. Maybe the environment needs protection. Maybe people need healthier food. Maybe families need financial guidance. When you use your passion and skill to serve a need, your life gains meaning. But there's still one more circle. Circle 4. What you can be paid for. This is your vocation. This is the practical side of Ikigai. Because as much as we talk about purpose and passion, we also need to survive. We need to eat. We need shelter. We need to support our families. Ask yourself, how can I use my skills and passion to create value that others will pay for? What services or products could I offer? How can I turn what I love into sustainable income? What would people willingly exchange money for that I could provide? This doesn't mean you have to get rich. It means you need to find a way to sustain yourself while living your purpose. Maybe you love teaching and you're good at it, so you offer tutoring or online courses. Maybe you love cooking, so you start a small catering business or teach cooking classes. Maybe you love writing, so you freelance or create content. Maybe you love organizing, so you help people declutter their homes. Where the 4 circles meet now, here's where it gets powerful. When you find something that sits in the overlap of all 4 circles, something you love, something you're good at, something the world needs, and something you can be paid for, you found your Ikigai. And when you live in that center space, something magical happens. You wake up with purpose. You work with joy. You serve with meaning. You earn with dignity. You live with fulfillment. Let me give you an example. The story of Anna was a corporate lawyer. She made good money. She was respected, but she was miserable. Every Sunday night, she felt dread about Monday morning. One day, she started baking bread as a way to de-stress. She loved the process. Kneading dough calmed her mind. The smell of fresh bread brought her joy. She started sharing loaves with neighbors. People loved her bread. They asked if she'd sell it. She realized she was naturally good at baking. She had a talent for creating unique flavors. She also noticed something. In her busy urban neighborhood, people had no access to fresh, healthy, artisanal bread. There was a need, so Anna made a decision. She left law and opened a small bakery. She started modestly, but over time, her business grew. Today, Anna wakes up at 4 a.m. excited. She bakes bread she's proud of. She serves her community. She makes enough to live comfortably. And most importantly, she feels alive. That's Ikigai in action. Part 4. How to find your Ikigai. Now you understand what Ikigai is. But knowing the concept isn't enough. You need to find your own. And that requires reflection, exploration, and patience. Here are 10 practical steps to help you discover your Ikigai. Step 1. Start with curiosity, not answers. Don't put pressure on yourself to figure everything out immediately. Ikigai isn't discovered in a moment. It's uncovered over time. Begin by simply asking questions. What am I curious about? What draws my attention naturally? What do I wish I had more time for? Follow your curiosity like breadcrumbs. They lead somewhere important. Step 2. Look back at your childhood, before life complicated you with responsibilities, expectations, and fears. What did you love? Maybe you loved building things with blocks. Maybe you loved telling stories. Maybe you loved helping injured animals. Maybe you loved performing for family. Maybe you loved solving puzzles. These childhood passions often contain clues to your Ikigai, not because you'll do the exact same thing, but because the essence of what brought you joy then still lives in you now. Step 3. Notice your flow. States psychologist Mihaly. Csikszentmihalyi discovered something profound. When people are in flow, completely absorbed in an activity, they experience deep happiness and fulfillment. Think about when you enter flow. What are you doing? What makes you forget time? What activity requires your full attention but doesn't exhaust you? Flow is a signpost pointing toward Ikigai. Step 4. Listen to what others see in you. Sometimes we're blind to our own gifts, but others see them clearly. Ask people who know you well. What do you think I'm naturally good at? When do you see me most energized? What would you come to me for help with? Their answers might surprise you. They might reveal strengths you've been taking for granted. Step 5. Experiment fearlessly. You won't discover your Ikigai by thinking alone. You have to try things. Take a pottery class. Volunteer at a shelter. Start a blog. Join a community garden. Teach someone a skill. Build something. Create something. Treat your life like a laboratory. Run experiments. Some will fail. That's okay. Each one teaches you something. Step 6. Notice what you'd do for free. What would you do even if no one paid you? What would you do even if no one praised you? What would you do simply because it feels right? That activity probably contains your Ikigai. Step 7. Identify your values. Ikigai is deeply connected to your values. What matters most to you? Is it creativity, connection, growth, justice, beauty, peace, adventure, service, freedom? When your daily actions align with your core values, you feel fulfilled. When they don't, you feel empty. Step 8. Start small and build. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow and change your entire life. In fact, that's often unwise. Start small. Dedicate 30 minutes a day to exploring your Ikigai. Wake up earlier. Use your lunch break. Stay up a little later. Small, consistent steps create momentum. Step 9. Be patient with the journey finding. Your Ikigai isn't like finding your keys. It's more like growing a garden. It takes time. It requires tending. It unfolds slowly. Don't rush. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Step 10. Remember that Ikigai can evolve. Your Ikigai at 25 might be different from your Ikigai at 45 or 65. And that's beautiful. Life changes. You change. Your Ikigai can change too. That doesn't mean you were wrong before. It means you're growing. Part 5. The Okinawan Secrets to Longevity. Now let's return to Ogimi, that remarkable village in Okinawa, and explore the practical habits that help people live past 100 while maintaining joy, health, and purpose. The elders of Okinawa don't just have Ikigai. They have daily practices that support long, vibrant lives. Secret 1. Hara-Hachi-Bu. This is a Confucian teaching that means, Eat until you're 80% full. In Okinawa, people don't stuff themselves. They eat slowly, mindfully, and stop before they're completely full. This practice prevents overeating and keeps their bodies light and energized. Their diet is also worth noting. Lots of vegetables, especially sweet potatoes, tofu, and soy products, small amounts of fish, very little meat, green tea, minimal processed food. They don't follow complicated diets. They simply eat real food in moderate amounts. Secret 2. Stay in motion. The Okinawan elders don't go to gyms, but they move constantly. They garden. They walk. They clean their homes. They stretch. Many sit on the floor, which requires them to get up and down multiple times a day, a natural form of exercise. Movement isn't separate from life. It's woven into life. Secret 3. Ikigai, purpose. As we've discussed, having a reason to wake up matters profoundly. The Okinawan elders never fully retire from purpose. They may stop formal work, but they continue gardening, teaching, creating, serving, and contributing. Purpose keeps the mind sharp and the spirit alive. Secret 4. Social connection, moai. In Okinawa, people form groups called moai, social support networks that often last a lifetime. A moai is a group of friends who meet regularly to share food, conversation, laughter, and support. If someone falls on hard times, the moai helps financially and emotionally. Loneliness kills. Connection heals. The moai system ensures no one is alone. Secret 5. Stress reduction. The Okinawan lifestyle is naturally low stress, but they also practice specific techniques, spending time in nature, practicing gratitude daily, accepting what they cannot control, living at a slower pace. Laughing often, one elder said, "We don't fight against life. We flow with it." Secret 6. Finding joy. The elders of Okinawa laugh a lot. They sing, they celebrate, they play games, they tease each other affectionately. Joy isn't something they wait for. It's something they create daily. Part 6. The 10 Rules of Ikigai. The book, Ikigai. The Japanese Secret to a Long and Happy Life by Héctor García and Francesc Miralles outlines 10 simple rules for finding and living your Ikigai. Let me share them with you now. Rule 1. Stay active. Don't retire. Retirement can be dangerous if it means stopping all purposeful activity. Keep doing what you love as long as you can. The Okinawan elders prove this daily. They may not work formal jobs, but they never stop contributing. Rule 2. Take it. Slow rushing creates stress. Stress creates illness. Slowing down creates presence. Presence creates peace. Walk slower. Eat slower. Talk slower. Live deliberately. Rule 3. Don't fill your stomach. We've already discussed hara hachibu. Eating less extends life and improves health. Your body isn't meant to be constantly full. Rule 4. Surround yourself with good friends. Choose your relationships carefully. Spend time with people who uplift you, inspire you, and genuinely care about you. Toxic relationships drain your Ikigai. Nourishing relationships fuel it. Rule 5. Get in shape for your next birthday. You don't need to run marathons. But you do need to move your body. Exercise isn't vanity. It's survival. Find movement you enjoy and do it consistently. Rule 6. Smile. Smiling reduces stress, boosts your immune system, and makes you more approachable. Even when life is hard, find reasons to smile. It changes your brain chemistry. Rule 7. Reconnect with nature. We're part of nature, not separate from it. Spending time outdoors, walking in forests, sitting by water, feeling sunlight heals us in ways we're only beginning to understand. Make nature a regular part of your life. Rule 8. Give thanks. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. It transforms your mindset. The Okinawan elders give thanks before every meal, every morning, for every small blessing. This practice fills their hearts with contentment. Rule 9. Live in the moment. Don't dwell on the past. Don't obsess about the future. Be here now. When you're eating, eat. When you're talking to someone, listen fully. When you're working, focus completely. Presence is the pathway to peace. Rule 10. Follow your Ikigai. This is the master rule. Once you discover your reason for being, honor it. Protect it. Live it. Don't let fear, doubt, or other people's opinions pull you away from what you know is true. Your Ikigai is your compass. Follow it faithfully. Part 7. Real Stories of Ikigai. Let me share 3 more stories of people who found their Ikigai. People whose lives were transformed when they discovered their reason for being. Story 1. The retired teacher Keiko taught elementary school for 40 years. When she retired at 65, she thought she'd finally relax and enjoy life. But within 6 months she felt empty, restless, purposeless. One day, she visited her old school. The new teacher was struggling with a difficult student. Keiko offered to help. She started volunteering once a week, then twice, then 3 times. She realized her Ikigai wasn't teaching for a salary. It was helping children learn and grow. The payment didn't matter. The purpose did. Today, at 78, Keiko volunteers at 3 different schools. She also tutors children from low-income families for free. She says, "I feel younger now than I did when I retired, because now I know why I'm here." Story 2. The accountant who loved pottery. Hiroshi was a successful accountant. He earned well, but he felt dead inside. On weekends, he took pottery classes as a hobby. Shaping clay with his hands brought him peace. Creating beautiful bowls gave him satisfaction. At 52, Hiroshi made a bold decision. He left accounting and opened a small pottery studio. His income dropped significantly. His friends thought he was crazy. But Hiroshi felt alive for the first time in decades. He teaches pottery to beginners. He creates custom pieces for local restaurants. He sells his work at markets. He says, "I'm not rich in money anymore, but I'm rich in life. I wake up excited. I go to bed satisfied." That's wealth. Story 3. The young woman who found Ikigai in listening a Mira was 28 and struggling to find her path. She'd tried different careers: marketing, sales, hospitality. but nothing felt right. One day, a friend going through a divorce called her, sobbing. Amira listened for 2 hours without interrupting, without judging, just holding space. Afterward, her friend said, "Thank you. You really heard me. You made me feel seen." That moment sparked something in Amira. She realized she had a gift for deep listening. She enrolled in counseling training and became a therapist. Today, Amira works with people experiencing trauma and grief. The work is emotionally demanding, but it fills her with purpose. She says, "I finally understand what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to be a safe place for people in pain." Part 8. Living with Ikigai daily once. You've identified your Ikigai. The work isn't over. You have to integrate it into your daily life. Here's how. Morning. Rituals start each day by connecting with your Ikigai. This could be writing. In a journal about your purpose, doing 15 minutes of the activity you love. Meditating on why you're grateful to be alive, reading something inspiring. Beginning. The day with intention sets the tone for everything that follows. Protect your time. Your Ikigai needs time and space to flourish. That means saying no to things that don't align with your purpose. It's not selfish to protect your energy. It's necessary. Create small rituals. The Okinawan elders turn simple moments into rituals. You can, too, make your morning tea mindfully. Garden with full attention. Cook with love. Walk slowly and notice beauty. These small rituals infuse ordinary life with meaning. Stay connected. Remember the Moai. Social support networks. Surround yourself with people who understand and support your journey. Find your people. Share your struggles and victories. Let them hold you accountable and celebrate with you. Keep learning and growing. Ikigai isn't static. It evolves as you grow. Stay curious. Read books. Take classes. Try new approaches. Be willing to adjust your path as you learn more about yourself. Practice gratitude every night before sleep. Name 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice rewires your brain for contentment and joy. Part 9. The ripple effect of Ikigai. When you find and live your Ikigai, something beautiful happens. It doesn't just change you, it changes everyone around you. Your children see a parent living authentically, and it gives them permission to do the same. Your friends see your transformation and feel inspired to seek their own purpose. Your community benefits from your unique contribution. The world becomes a little bit better because you chose to honor what makes you come alive. Ikigai isn't selfish. It's one of the most generous things you can do, because the world needs you at your best, not depleted and resentful. We've journeyed together through the philosophy of Ikigai. We've explored the 4 circles. We've learned from the Okinawan elders. We've addressed obstacles and provided practical tools. Now it's your turn. You have one life. This isn't a rehearsal. This is it. You can spend that life doing what's expected, or you can spend it doing what's true. You can wake up dreading the day, or you can wake up with purpose. You can survive, or you can truly live. The choice is yours. Finding your Ikigai won't be easy. It requires courage, honesty, and patience. There will be moments of doubt. There will be setbacks. But I promise you this: the journey is worth it. Because when you find your reason for being, when you discover that thing that makes your heart sing, that uses your gifts, that serves others, that sustains you, everything changes. You stop asking, "Is this all there is?" and start saying, "This is what I'm here for." You stop waiting for someday and start living today. You stop surviving and start thriving. So my invitation to you is simple. Begin, not tomorrow. Not when circumstances are perfect. Not when you have it all figured out. Begin now, today, this moment. Ask yourself the 4 questions. Try new things. Pay attention to what makes you come alive. Take one small step toward the life you're meant to live. Your Ikigai is waiting for you. It's been there all along, quietly calling. Will you answer?